Hi, all. Thanks for having me at DevOps Days PDX. My name is Rachel Kelly, and I love video games and solving and creating problems with Bash. And I am here to talk with you about an ops and games tool that I made. As for gaming, the first game I ever loved was Final Fantasy IV, and these days I stream for my friends on Twitch. In tech, I have about 8 years as my second career, and I'm now at Fastly as a senior infrastructure engineer. So there's a long history of fan emulation or recreating video games for the computer that would otherwise be lost to the four winds with wearing out systems and cartridges and disks and so forth. So how do we share the save files in emulated copies of these games? There's no auto saving. There's not even a platform cloud save. So I was trying to figure out a way to save that file amongst me and my friend Joshua, pictured here. Spoiler, we did make it. So this is us actually streaming the game with the tool that I wrote. So how to write this? I decided to use WSL2, which is where the game emulator is on Windows. So I decided to stay in Windows, but create a Bash environment for myself. Then I started just playing with an early version of this script to shove data up into AWS S3, Amazon S3, just to make sure that I could put it back and forth and have the permissions okay. And then I started beefing up the script to send data, then to get the real data from S3, then to tar and untar and place the data nicely in the Windows context. And then I wrote some args and functions for an end user to send and receive it very nicely. And then I made a user on my Amazon space for my friend with very tight permissions. This is just a small portion of it to make sure that he could access that same S3 bucket easily. And then I walked my friend, who is very technical, like a decade of development experience, but not really operations-y, through making an AWS login safely, adding multi-factor auth to it, walking him through the docs. And then that is not even to get into the tech of streaming multiple video streams with Discord, the actual game, sound from 3 sources, and entertaining people. Not too pro, just to entertain my friends. So what are all the components? The emulator that we use is SNES 9X. It's reliable, it's fine. It hasn't ever eaten a save file of mine, which plenty of the emulators have. The emulator, again, is on Windows, and I play lots of other games on my PC besides. So I wanted an environment that I could run Bash in. So the WSL was an obvious choice for me. It works really well. I set all this up with Python just so that I could have easy access to the AWS CLI in Bash. And also because I wanted to amuse all of you with my hilarious Python environmenting. Then we have Amazon S3 and IAM. So that is the bucket where the tarball data lives, as well as the list of permissions for both me and my friend Joshua to use. Then we have docs and version control. This is all in Git and GitHub. These docs don't include WSL setup. I believe that even for small projects, you do still need docs like this. So here we've got our live demo section. Wow, /gamecenter.shell.get. So now we've gotten all these files. It's placing it in the right context for Windows. Linux has no problem doing that in the WSL. It might kind of be overkill, but I do also maintain a backup of everything that you send. But I figure better safe than sorry. It's pretty safe for non-owner users. And finally, I've been playing a lot of other games too. I can't read them out because they are numerous. If you'd like to talk with me about them, please get at me. I play a lot of video games, so. And finally, thank you so much. I do hope that you will write tools for fun and zero profit. Get at me at Whole Milk on Twitter and at Arkels on Twitch. Thank you. Bye.